Hello everybody, welcome back to the Steel Donut. I'm Blake, and I'm here with the whole crew, Connor, Bob, and Matt. You know that
I'm Matt.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's pretty much just Matt, if you don't know. Alright, so today we have The Legend of Spyro, The Darkness Reborn, or Return.
Which one?
Is it Reborn or is it Return?
Or is it The Legend of Spyro, The Darkness Reborn, or just Return?
Yeah, it could be like,
Could be either.
Right.
Who knows? Yeah, it's by a guy called Spyro's Fan, big surprise. And the description for this reads, Malefor is gone or is he?
God, there's so many questions and we haven't even started.
Warning adventure, start slow at first, so no flames, plooks.
And no lies.
Yeah.
Plus.
It's too late to apologize.
It's true.
Yeah.
Spyro X Cinder romance during the fiction, the genre's adventure fantasy, so it can be open to throw in some other minor themes. So will Malefor return or will someone new come? I am back, baby! Chapter 6 teaser up. Don't forget to vote on my profile.
Oh boy!
See, what most people don't understand is if you label it as adventure, you can really take your story in any way. I mean, but if you label it like angst, you're locked in. You have to do angst.
Yeah.
But if you name it adventure, it really opens up a lot
like
of
if you
doors
labeled
for
it like family fantasy, you couldn't include any angst stuff or
yeah.
adventure stuff.
Your family's gonna have to go on a fantasy, you know?
And that's it.
That's it. That's all you
Yeah.
can do.
Well,
But
you
for
know, I
adventure
mean,
fantasy,
That's one of the drawbacks of fanfiction.net.
Yeah. Well, I mean, this is rated T for try not to barf when you read this because it's terrible. And
Okay.
it starts with a prologue / prologue.
Oh,
good.
prologue, you believe?
Yeah.
Prologue.
So
A prologue, yeah.
Yeah. So, disclaimer. I do not own any of the Spyro plot or Charviters. This plot is mine. I threw in some more Charviters.
Oh.
This just keeps getting better.
At least he knows how to use a line break.
Yeah.
At least he knows how to use the word charitors.
And I've used the word prologue.
Prologue.
Even in the brightest of days, the darkness can at times rise up against the light, and attempt to take control, but it will always fail if there is hope, and heroes to lead that hope though the darkness, and bring the day back to the but if the heroes fall, whether to death or corruption, then hope shall fall, and all is lost in the world of the living. I have no idea what any of that meant.
Alright, so let me get this straight.
I was really desperately
So
trying to follow
even
that.
if the day is really bright, the darkness can at times rise up against the bright day.
But it will always fail if there is hope.
But if
And
there's
heroes.
hope and heroes to...
Not heroes, heroes.
Oh
sorry,
yeah, heroes.
Heroes to lead the hope, though the darkness...
Also, the
will
weather affects this.
fail.
I think that's about it.
Well,
it.
I mean,
so
I'm telling you,
confused.
weather affects it because, you know, it's going to be dark if there's a thunderstorm. We all know that.
Right, that's
Yeah.
true. There won't
I
be as
mean-
much.
If there's acid rain, then yeah, there's going to be death and corruption. So,
Got him.
all right.
Alright, so I get it. You don't want the stupid prologue, but it's the only way I can start a story. Every other way feels wrong.
Oh, I'm so sorry you feel that way.
What is a lonely man to do in the dark seas of
It
fiction?
just
I can't-
feels wrong.
I can't start with an introduction. I need
It's
the
my
prologue.
safety blanket.
I don't know whether
Okay.
this is worse or like character sheets. Like maybe character sheets would have been better than this. But it just feels wrong, guys.
Alright, so chapter 2. Another disclaimer. I do not own any of the Spyro story or characters.
Oh,
write
okay,
this down.
good.
Oh, by the way, this is chapter 1. What happened?
What happened?
What happened?
This plot is mine.
What happened to my poem?
Yeah. Finally, I got the first chapter done. Now on to the story, and then another few days, chapter 2 should be coming, I hope. Update.
I hope.
Yeah, we have a later update. This chapter was changed. I corrected the mistake. A few people pointed this out. One in the reviews, the others in PM. I changed Cinder's scale color to black because after reviewing my DOTD game, I agree completely.
Oh,
Okay,
man.
good.
I'm glad
Don't
all
worry,
the
guys.
errors
The
are
reviewers
fixed.
have our back. The reviewers have our back. They got him to correct the mistakes, so this will be the first really genuinely good story we do
Wait, yeah.
for this channel.
Chapter 1. What happened?
That's a good question.
What happened?
What happened?
Dragon Realms. Time the dawn after the defeat of Malefor. 2 dragons lay sleeping under the shade of a tree some 3 miles from the mountain where they defeated the Dark Master. One dragon's scales were of a royal purple. He had orange membranes on the wings, a golden underbelly, and golden horns and spikes along his back, and golden tail blades. His name is Spyro.
Whoa, okay.
Hold on.
It's all fixed.
Hold on.
Thank God the reviewers got him to fix his mistake.
Hey guys, I'm calling for another round of exposition.
One more, on me.
Yeah, we're about to get one. Next to Spyro, there lay a black dragoness named Cinder. Her scales were a black color, and she had a magenta underbelly and wing membranes. She also has ivory horns and talons, and has silver braces on her neck, tail, and on her 2 front paws, and she has a silver shiny tail blade.
Let's be honest, guys. Give the reviewers credit. At least they had fixed the important problems with the story, the scale color.
Right, yeah. If Cinder was the wrong color,
was wrong, it would be just plain unreadable.
what a disaster that would be.
What a disaster.
Yeah.
Cinder is the first to awake.
Why does my head feel like I just got hit by that golem thing?
Cinder thought.
And why am I so tired?
Considering I just slept.
Yeah.
Considering that golem thing's right over there.
Yeah,
I just woke up. Why am I tired?
Story of my life, dude.
Yeah, no kidding, actually. Slowly, the events of yesterday begin to come back to her, and the more she remembers, the more puzzled she becomes at how they are both still alive, and what breaks this puzzlement is when she remembers what happened during the world ending.
Jesus.
Hey, look at that. The world ended.
This is very nonchalant.
Yeah.
Oh my, what will he think of me? Not to mention, what was I thinking?
What were you thinking? That's a good
What?
question.
What
We had all
happened?
these questions before, so I'm glad that there are no questions now.
I'm trying to remember where in the poem it told us what happened.
A italicized C Cinder
Right.
was going nuts in her head, afraid of rejection.
Cinder.
Yes, Cinder was going nuts in her head, afraid of rejection, and afraid of what would he think if she got rejected. She thought that it was imposable for a hero of his caliber
to pose.
to fall for a reformed evil dragoness.
I've probably tried to kill him countless times, not that I can remember any of it.
What?
I've probably tried to do it, but I don't remember doing any of it.
Guys, she's a drinker.
She said in her thick Australian accent. Oh. She was nervously pacing in front of the small stream next to where they slept while she was worrying.
Wait, they slept while she was worrying, so that's anytime
Yeah,
she
she was
worried.
worrying
she
in
went
her
to
sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Spyro stirred to life next to her, snapping her out of her daze.
I call being Spyro.
Well, I guess I won't have to wait long.
Cinder thought in relief.
Whew!
The purple dragon slowly came to consciousness, his head was pounding, and even though he was just sleeping, he still felt as tired as he was last night. How can this guy spell consciousness, but not impossible?
No, he
Or
meant to spell
prologue.
imposable. The dude couldn't be posed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're like, just,
Have
they're
you
like,
ever
just,
seen those Spyro toys? They have like no joints.
yeah, they're like, come on man, strike a 2, and he's like, I won't, I'm imposable. He groaned, opened his eyes, and the first thing he saw was Cinder take, he groaned opened.
Yeah, his eyes went...
Oh, yuck. And the first thing he saw was Cinder taking a drink from the stream.
Is it just me, or does your head hurt this much as well? Not a question.
Yeah.
There are no questions anymore.
Said Spyro.
Well, mine does, but I bet it's a lot less than you. Just what happened when...
How is that sentence supposed to go?
You're not,
I really don't know. After we beat Malifaux, it's just a big blur.
Cinder's heart skipped a beat. And when she stopped, he was
My
out of reach.
heart!
My heart skipped.
She died.
So you're telling me you don't remember anyone saying anything from there on out?
Therion. Therion. That's a great
Therion.
Did
fantasy
anyone say
name.
anything from Therion?
Dude, Therion's my favorite Pokemon.
I was just to say Therion is like one of the best extended lore, like Lord of the Rings characters.
I was gonna say Therion's my favorite version of Eevee.
Yeah, it's my favorite evolution.
I know, I do remember someone saying something before I repaired the world, but I don't remember what.
Oh god, people said things. This is a big mystery.
Oh man, I wonder what happened.
It was probably just, you
This
know,
is gonna be a very low-key fanfic.
well, I mean,
After
you know,
all the saving of the world is over, we just have to worry about what people said to each other.
I'd say we just saved the world. Now, on to our slice of life dragon.
Will Cinder ever find out what she was supposed to get at the grocery store?
Spyro's like, I know I had something to do today, but I don't remember. I saved the world, and then I I don't know.
Spyro's mom comes
Malifor
in.
ever-
Spyro, you spend too much time playing video games.
Will
Spyro's mom comes in.
Mom!
Spyro, sweetie, you didn't mow the lawn!
Damn it, that's what it was.
Spyro looks right at the camera and goes, "Oh no!"
Will Ignatius ever graduate Spyro from the 12th grade?
Will Spyro ever make friends with the jocks?
Shocked.
Find out next on whatever.
Spyro and friends.
Unlucky Spyro.
Or
Lucky
return.
All right.
Spyro.
All right.
Spyro questions which side of the chocolate cornet is better to eat.
Yeah. So it's you, Connor.
Oh, okay.
Said Cinder.
Well, I don't really know whether this is good or bad. I could keep building our friendship, but what will happen if he remembers before I'm sure?
Of what? also, I since he left out the comments, I'll explain how that sentence is supposed to go. Well, I don't really know whether. Period. This is good or bad.
Period.
Yeah. I don't know whether this is good or bad.
So,
All right, Matt.
Cinder, what should we do now? Not a question.
Yeah. Spyro said, snapping Cinder out of it. She keeps slipping out of like reality.
Cinder, Cinder, hey, Cinder, wake up, Cinder, hey, you're just staring off, Cinder.
Will Cinder ever get over her narcolepsy?
I think we should start heading back to Warfang with everything that has happened. I think that they might think that we're dead.
That's a lot of thinking for one small Cinder, I'm gonna be honest. Sounds good. I have just one question, capitalized, before we head out.
Will you marry me?
Sure, Spyro, what is it?
Where are we? Not a question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I need Joey Bonzo. Said
That
Spyro.
is a good question.
It's a shame.
You'll
Finally,
have to wait till next time for me to answer it.
Yeah. Finally, I managed to get this chapter done. It was so hard.
I was stuck on it for 15 days.
Trust me, author, it was grueling for us too.
I needed a good question and I just couldn't think of one.
Oh,
So
shit!
I just had them talk about a question and avoided it.
Right.
As always, read and review. So until then, everyone be reading your stuff and writing more. So see ya. Now to do the next chapter.
I never understood read and review. Like, if I made it this far, didn't I already read it?
Yeah.
P.S. The more people review, the faster I update. I got ideas now, but I doubt it will last.
Oh, your lack of confidence just fills me up with joy.
Yeah.
Good
You
old
know if you
Spyro's
wait
fan.
like 6 months, you'll never get around to it.
Yeah, good old
But
Spyro's
you can't
fan.
update yourself. You need other people to give you gratification first.
All
It's
right.
the worst of both worlds.
You get the worst? Yeah.
Oh, good.
Chapter 3. A little white lie.
A little white lie. Yeah, Spyro, I did mow the lawn for you.
Author's note. Well, what you've all been waiting for, Chapter 2. Wow, I did not know that so many people would read this. I need to write longer chapters. Now that
So many people.
so many people.
You don't.
19 reviews. Yeah. Now how to work in more characters so people are not bored.
Trust me, I'm not aboard.
Wow,
I need-
racist.
I need
He's trying to make sure all the wooded viewers don't watch.
Yeah.
and I need help doing something. I need help creating OCs so you guys can send me ideas in your
Oh.
reviews or in private
right.
messaging.
I got this. Afterwards, of course, but I got this.
Right.
Yeah. Flame Scales the Great. not generic Dragon OC. Poll.
Potter the Dragon.
I have an Irish comedian dragon named Laughlin O'Lott.
Puff the Magic Dragon should appear. Like he should have a sick crossover.
Okay.
Poll. I have a poll up. Should I put Ember and Flame into the story? Yes or no? No.
What do you want to do with it?
If you could like pull more characters and plot things out of the story and then just stop, that'd
Yeah.
be great.
Chapter 2. Dragon Realms. Day after the defeat of Malifor. Time. We'll get the time this time. 11
Wasn't
o'clock.
the first chapter called Dragon Realms?
Yeah, wait, no, this chapter's called A Little White Lie.
Yeah, no,
Come
he's
on,
saying
author.
that. No, this is like the location, date, time, and location.
Oh no, this is just chapter 2. He didn't come up with the name.
Yeah, oh.
Oh, okay.
Alright, Terrador looked out at the sad ruins of the city. A large portion of Warfang was destroyed during Spyro's and Cinder's fight with the giant earth golem shortly due to a large number of buildings were destroyed with the golem. Barley anymore were destroyed with the world breaking apart, and thankfully the walls remained intact. The bad part about all this was, for some reason, with the obvious defeat of Malachor, the Dark Army still continued to besiege the crippled city.
Oh my god,
Christ!
where's the Barian?
Hey guys, I think we have a new top 10 best sentences ever.
Best opening sentence ever.
Terrador, I can't even read that whole thing again. Let's figure out what happened. So he looked at the sad ruins of the city, because he's sad because most of it was destroyed during their fight with the giant earth golem. And a large number of buildings were destroyed with the golem. Barely any more were destroyed with the world breaking apart. So the end of the world didn't actually affect it as much as the golem. The walls to the city remain intact, so they're very tactful, gentlemen.
Right.
The bad part about all of this was, with the obvious defeat of Malachor, the Dark Army was still there attacking this empty city.
Why?
Maybe they're not even attacking it, they're just besieging it.
That's true. I don't know what besieging is.
Thankfully, even though they continued to throw themselves at the walls.
Oh.
How can you have such a long run-on sentence and then just have an incomplete sentence right afterwards?
Maybe he was expecting us to rearrange parts.
He had too many periods now that he didn't use them, so he had to throw them in there.
Right.
Yeah, his period limit. The soldiers of Warfang were now holding them off with apparent ease. Wait, what
Apparent ease, but they were actually having a real
my home was destroyed, but this army's no big deal.
Yeah.
Now our only problem is getting enough food and supply shipments through the tunnel leading to Avalar Valley. What?
I never
Now
played.
our only problem is getting enough food and supply shipments through the tunnel leading... Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. Terrador thought somewhat amused as he watched the archers pick off some of the Dark Army as they retreated yet again back to their camps.
Haha, we better get some supplies.
Yeah.
They're getting bold, though that was the third attempt this week, even though each battle is shorter than the last.
So this is just a non-conflict. It's a couple
It's
of
just something that happens.
It's a couple of stragglers that they're just kicking the asses of.
Yeah, woo!
Maybe Terrador's really playing up.
Pass
he wants
the
to
mead.
get more supplies, so he's like, yeah, we totally had a huge fight, guys. It was huge. We need all the supplies you can give us.
We need lots of dragon mead.
Yeah.
He turned and waited for Voltaire and Cyril to come and give him battle reports. It saddened him to be the one in charge, even though he liked the position of power. He missed his friend Ignitus. It worried him that he had not seen the Fire Guardian return, nor had he seen Spyro or Cinder return yet.
God, these sentences, they're getting longer.
Yeah. Also, it was taking more and more to keep Sparks occupied and not asking about them every 3 minutes.
Wait, Sparks has been asking about them every 3 minutes?
Yeah.
The only
Forever?
question-
How long has this been going on?
The only
At least
question,
a week. He said this was the third attempt this week.
Oh my god.
Then he saw the other two Guardians take you to the skies as they winged their way toward him.
Yeah, just wing.
They're winging it.
Don't you ever wing at me ever again,
I'll
okay?
wing wherever the fuck I want.
I hope they get here soon, then I can stop thinking that the worst has happened and that we will never see them again.
Sadly, we're about to go right to them.
Oh, God.
And their sad doldrum
I hope
of
they
life.
get back here.
Otherwise, they're gonna miss the prom, which is tomorrow.
Spyro sat overlooking the valley of Avalar at the top of one of its many waterfalls. Next to him sat Cinder. They had, after a couple of hours flying, chanced upon Avalar Valley. Then they decided to take a detour and visit the cheetah village that they had saved during the
Get
last
home!
visit. He was semi-surprised to see a good number of the trees in the valley fallen over from the earthquake. He looked over at Cinder and he realized that the lie was bad for the 10th time today. He, now knowing his love, could not confess to her that he lied about remembering what happened yesterday without hurting her, and he knew it.
Jesus!
Oh! I'm glad he knew it. I don't know what he knew, though.
Man, I don't know, what compound words did to him as a kid, but, without overlooking waterfall.
I don't know what periods did to him as a kid. They must have killed his parents or something.
Periods killed his mother, compound words killed his father.
Yeah, right before his eyes.
He's like, I'm never going to use you fuckers again.
Yeah.
If I don't tell her, then what do I do?
Period.
I am more likely to tear myself apart. Yeah. But how come apart's one word, but everything else isn't? I am more likely to tear myself apart than to tell her I lied. And if I told her, what would she think of me? Then she might love me now. Wait, what? Then she might love me now, but will she after she knows?
She knows.
Knows what?
This shitty question. Or whatever.
I'm so confused. What
won't-
does he know?
I won't love you unless you tell me what you know.
Wait, so Cinder was afraid to tell him something about her being a bad guy?
And he's
Well,
afraid
no-
to tell her
alright,
something.
Now
Alright,
he's afraid to tell her that...
Oh, here it is. Cinder
knows?
loves Spyro, but she's afraid that he won't reciprocate because she used to be evil, and he wants to tell her, but he's like, I don't fucking know.
He wants
This is
to
like
tell her he
this is-
loves her, but he's afraid that she won't love him because he used to be good. Who knows?
This is like
it's drama.
This is
all
like-
right?
this
It's
is like,
pure Dragon Teen drama.
this is the Legend of
said it.
Spyro, a game of groans.
Yeah.
Game of Growth.
Yeah. Spyro just shook his head and looked at the ground, lost in his thoughts. He's definitely pretty lost.
Yeah.
Cinder
I'm
saw-
lost in his thoughts, too.
I'm trying to find the
Let me
exit,
out.
but I just can't get out of
Please.
here.
Get me out
Help
of
me
here.
out of here. Cinder saw him look from her to down at his feet.
Okay.
Something must be bothering him.
Nah, he just didn't tie his shoes.
She thought. His Spyro shoes.
Hey, Spyro, is something wrong?
Snapping him back to reality.
Jesus, all these
There
people are
goes
just
gravity.
spacing the fuck out.
Seriously?
Constantly.
No, you know what? They're having serial partial complex seizures. Their brains are freezing up, and they're just like standing there in these seizures.
No, I'm fine. Do you want me to go down to show ourselves to them? And show ourselves to them?
Ourselves.
To
Good
who?
idea.
To them!
Oh, the Cheetah Village.
The Cheetah Village.
The
yeah.
Cheetah Village. Never mind.
He said, quickly changing the conversation.
Why can't you just go home? There are people at home worried about you.
No, it's
they
You've
gotta,
been gone a
He
week.
doesn't want
They
to
got-
mow the grass, okay?
they gotta share this moment for as long as they can. This moment of pure
Confusion.
and confoundingness.
Wow.
I swear to God, this story was like sponsored by OK Soda.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure, let's get going.
Said Cinder.
It's probably nothing.
What?
I should not worry so much about him. He's Spyro after all.
Well,
Yeah,
I mean, she
come
does
on,
have a
guys.
point. He
I mean,
is
he-
Spyro's
Spyro,
incapable
after
of
all.
worrying about things.
Yeah. They flew down off of the waterfall. See, you got it right that time, waterfall. To the remains of the cheetah village, they saw a lot of female cheetahs moving about the wreckages.
Oh.
Move it.
Can you have plural wreckage?
No.
No, I
See,
think that's
it's
the
apostrophe
wreckage's
S, so
property.
the wreckage owns stuff. It owns
Yeah.
what
It
stuff.
could be property. It
They're
could be-
moving about the wreckages, which would be his property. They're moving about the
Okay.
wreckages, and others trying to keep other still standing structures from becoming wreckages.
All right.
Let's do our, come on, people. Let's do our best to make sure these still standing structures don't become trash.
No trashes.
You hold this corner and just stand there.
Fingers crossed.
Boy, come
I
away
might
from
have
that
to
wall.
weld you to the beam.
Yeah.
But it's a good
It's a
cause.
sacrifice we all have to make.
It's like, boy, come away from that wall. But if I do, the wall will
Yeah.
fall down.
We're gonna have to build you inside the wall. I'm sorry. It's our only chance.
He's
Wow.
holding up the ceiling, and
You
then
know,
they
Connor-
build a wall around it.
You know, Connor, I
He's
think
the
you just
simplest.
accidentally made a reference to the medieval practice of walling up cats in your house for good luck.
I mean, I knew that people got put inside walls as
Wait,
punishment.
people do that for good luck? I do that for fun.
No, in medieval times they did that with cats.
I
So-
do that for...
And they're cheetahs.
I should do that with you.
I should do that with your face. The first person they met was incidentally the one they saved their last time in Avalar. Meadow.
Meadow.
Oh, fucking Meadow.
Oh, okay. God, give me commas, please.
Yeah.
Well, you were the last two people I expected to see here.
Said Meadow, holding up a mansion.
Yeah.
I was afraid you'd just go home.
Hold on, could you hold this for me? I'm just trying to make sure the building doesn't fall down.
The way you said that, it looks like you thought we were dead.
Said Cinder.
No, I only meant that I least expected to see our heroes... Here... What?
Yeah.
Heroes what?
Oh,
You were sent by
heroes-
Warfang, right?
Here. There's no word in the English language for it. No, why would... Has anything happened? Scene, we killed the... Scene, we killed the Dark Master.
Alright, scene 1. We killed the Dark Master.
Yeah.
Also, once again, let's listen to the nonchalance of this next line.
Just remember, I'm holding up a building right now.
Yeah.
Not really. Besides the world coming apart and then smashing back together, I thought they sent you to pick up supplies for Warfang.
Like, the world, like, almost ended yesterday, and everyone's just like, all right, I'll just hold up a house. We haven't been in... Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't know what I'm doing.
We haven't been in Warfang since the Destroyer set out to destroy the world.
I guess Spyro wasn't good at naming
Does he
things.
just not know
man.
how to spell the word since? First it was seen, now it's since. Does he just have no idea how that works?
Can I say Sense the Destroyer would be a fantastic name for a metal band? Yeah. Sense the Destroyer.
Okay.
Since the Destroyer set out to destroy the world, we've been a little busy killing Malefor and getting lost.
Oh gosh, guys. I just controlled F and spelled since correctly, and guess how many times I found it?
Well,
Zero.
None!
Yeah.
It doesn't spell since correctly at all!
Well, that's because you've got to Sense the Destroyer. Meadow chuckled. So funny.
I see. Well, when we send the next shipment of supplies tomorrow, we will send word of your appearance, unless you go with the shipment.
Go now!
We can only
Hold on.
sit. We can
Am I
only
the
sit.
only one who's confused why they're sending supplies to, like, Warfang?
Yeah, I mean
They're
they're
busy holding up their city, and they're sending away supplies.
Yeah, because clearly the other city needs it more.
Yeah, Warfang's super important.
Didn't the guy say that the golem caused more damage than the end of the world?
Yeah.
Somehow.
So then the end of the world really fucked up this city. I think these people would need it.
No, man, they're just cheetahs.
Yeah.
This is classic.
They can just
racism.
hold up their buildings forever.
Yeah, this is animal racism, man.
Yeah. We're only third-rate citizens. We all knew that, you know,
Yeah, we
that no
take
one has
bottom
our
rung.
back.
Like the dragons come down in their posh suits and they're like, having fun holding up your house, cheetah? And it's like really messed up.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Oh, God.
Having a lot of fun.
Thank you for letting me hold my house up, sir. Did you get those supplies we sent?
You didn't send enough dragon mead.
I'm so sorry. We'll send some more.
I will double your taxes by 100%.
Very good, sir. Please do.
Poor cheetahs.
This is terrible. This is all terrible.
Yeah. You know?
That depends.
rights.
Oh, sorry.
Cheetah rights.
The new Harper Lee novel. Her third book.
That depends on if we're rested enough tomorrow. I don't know about Cinder, but I am still really tired. Do you have any place we can stay the night?
Here you're like dilapidated, like...
Can you just hold up the building while we sleep?
Can you? One of you guys hold up a bed for me?
Yes, sir. Very good, sir.
Spyro just plops into bed above one of the cheetah's heads, and it's just like, ugh! No, I can hold you. Good night, Spyro.
I hope our dilapidated wreckages aren't too,
Dilapidated
up
for
to your
you.
standard, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll work something out till then. See if you can help out around here. It would be much appreciated.
Please, sir. Said Meadow.
Please.
Okay.
Said Spyro as Meadow hobbled away with the help of a crutch. On account
Oh.
of his broken ankle, several cheetahs came up shortly afterwards and started bombarding him with questions. And now that Spyro thought that there weren't that many males left in the village scene, they ended up aiding Warfang, and would not surprise him if he was left in charge of the village.
What?
Wow.
Spyro, you're terrible.
This is both like an animal class system and a patriarchy.
This is ridiculous.
This is an actual patriarchy. It's like there's not enough males left to run the place.
Yeah, so I guess I'm in charge. Ladies, line up.
The rest of the day they spent helping to clear away debris while salvaging what they can, and this got the villagers thinking that Malefor is no longer around. Why not build more permanent housing?
Well,
Hey, if Malefor's
Wait a minute,
dead,
Guys, I just figured it out. What if instead of just holding the roofs above us, we try to put something else underneath to hold them up? Huh? And
Hey.
then we can walk around and do other things.
I'm tired of the dragons constantly burning our houses down. It's time we took more of a stake in this land.
And then
Who's with me?
and Spyro's like,
You'll never build a home!
Spyro's
Get
just
back
like,
in
"Ah,
line,
you stupid
cheetahs."
women cheetah don't know how to build stuff.
oh my god,
Wow.
the cheetah man. The Cheetahman need to make a
Cheetah Man
cameo.
can save them now.
Yeah, like Spyro's having a sick fight with the Cheetahman.
After one cheetah saw his entire village burned down, he knew only he could stop the evil.
Jump switched away.
Yeah.
I was trying to remember how the Cheetahman theme went. Like they show up.
Where are we?
I'm sorry.
The day, right?
The Cheetahman's so great. Yeah. That is still tied into their natural surroundings, and late in the day, Meadow announced that there will be a feast tonight, celebrating the death of the Dark Master and the return of their heroes, Spyro and Cinder. Then Meadow led them to a small hut where they could stay for the duration of their visit.
We're just gonna take the next month off.
Yeah.
It felt good after a long day of work to go back to where they were staying to freshen up for the evening. Spyro was done in 5 minutes, Cinder not so much.
Wow,
Women.
Spyro didn't even work for more than 5 minutes?
Wow.
No.
That's fucked up!
No, 5 minutes
Oh
of
man,
freshening
a long
up.
day of work.
They
Okay.
were resting up for 5
Yeah,
minutes.
it's 5 minutes of freshening up, but women, you know how long it takes them.
Yeah.
She's got to change her dragon cocktail dress.
Cinder, are you done yet? We have a feast to be at, and it would not look good if we were late. Hey, look, he used the correct word.
Alright, I'll be down in a minute.
But
Gave them a 2-story house.
I'll be down in a minute, but I'm about to spit the
Two-story
great.
small hut.
They got evacuated from the one building that's actually kind of still there, and the
Yeah.
dragons moved in.
Yeah.
No, you know what? Actually, they had a small hut, and then Spyro was like, "Actually, I don't really feel comfortable staying in the same space as Cinder. There's
Yeah.
still some awkwardness.
Build another
Is there something else
story."
we can do." And they're like, "Yeah, okay, we can do something." And they built another small hut on top of the small hut.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
It's 2 floors now.
And Cinder's like, all right, I'll be down in
and
a
of
minute.
course,
like
Spyro
a-
moved Cinder upstairs.
It's like a house in Rust.
Yeah. Cinder's like, I'll be down in a minute, but I'm about to spit the greatest verse of all time.
Okay.
Sheesh, what is making him so antsy? We came here to freshen up with 45 minutes to do it in.
Cinder came out of the hut, and as soon as she did, she saw the sun was beginning to set, and the feast was at sunset.
Oh, no wonder he's freaking out on me. I've been in there for at least half an
Well,
hour.
good, you got 15 more minutes.
Yeah.
Ready to go now? Spyro
Four.
said with the first question mark.
Oh my god, the first question mark in the story.
Said Spyro
Besides the
rising.
ones in my mind.
Said Spyro rising from his resting place.
Oh,
Oh my god. You don't get the honor of using descriptive wording if you can't do simple stuff. Whatever.
Are you ready?
Do you think you can tell us what to do?
Oh no, he converted all of his periods into question marks.
Oh,
now
he ran
can't
now he
use
has no periods.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're gone.
She suggested teasingly. Oh.
She,
Oh.
are you ready? She suggested? Whatever.
Yeah.
Before he could finish, he was already balls deep in the.
Oh, God. And we're going to be late unless we fly fast.
He said as he was spreading his wings.
Oh.
Gotta go fast.
And who said we were flying? I say we walk and just be a little late.
She said
I
while
would
walking
think you'd
past.
be a lot late.
She said while walking past him very seductively. Are they gonna walk and fuck?
Yeah.
Nah, they're just gonna fuck.
Also, starving, dilapidated village. They give them the only standing house and have to throw a feast while also sending supplies to a dragon village.
Yeah.
This really is seriously.
They're gonna leave and come back, and the whole
Hey,
town
can
will
you-
be deserted.
We're expecting a feast, but
If we give you a feast, then we have no food.
it's honorary to give dragons
It
a
is
feast.
customary,
okay?
I
It
mean,
is what you usually do.
I'd
We
hate
do
to.
that when we have food to give.
I'd hate to count you as one of my enemies, Mr. Cheetahman.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Yeah, okay, we can do a feast. Come on, guys, let's just do something.
Well, I think we're gonna have to kill some of our own.
Yeah.
Oh, God, that's
We're gonna-
horrible.
Yeah,
This is delicious meat. What are we eating?
Cheetah? It's my daughter.
Jesus Christ.
Gave you my daughter.
and Spyro's like,
And
come.
she's alright, a little overcooked.
And Spyro's like, come on, Spyro's like, come on, there were plenty of dead people in the wreckage. It's not like you had lost anyone.
Well, you think Spyro is going to eat dead people in the wreckage? He's expecting high-class food.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Pull the bodies out of the wreck.
yeah, he wants a halal cheetah.
Oh, lol.
This is getting so fucked up, and it's all on us.
I know. Okay, you got me.
He said.
A little wall can't hurt.
After about 10 minutes of walking, they were
He
halfway
died.
there, and he finally got up the courage to tell her.
Oh, it hurts. Please stop.
Oh,
It's hurting. I'm just kidding. Cinder, can we stop for a minute?
Spyro said.
Spyro's let himself go.
Okay, what's up?
She
What's
really
up?
didn't want to stop walking.
Done with the question marks?
Well, he's got the periods back, see? So.
Oh, okay, good.
Cinder, there's something I have to tell you.
I'm gay.
In his oh god, in his head is Cindero. I will never love a gay. In his head, his thoughts were racing. His time seemed to slow down.
Oh man, how hard can it be to confess that I lied to her, that I heard her, and that I love her?
Exclamation mark.
Pretty hard,
I'm sorry,
I guess.
explanation mark.
Spyro, are you okay?
Said Cinder.
What's going on? There was nothing to make him this tense unless he remembers and he is unsure of what he is about to do. Oh no, what's going to happen?
Oh no, what's going to happen,
That
guys?
period there makes it sound like she's so sarcastic about
Yeah,
it.
what's
Oh,
going on?
what's going
What's
to
going
happen?
to happen? Yeah, it's just that, well, I actually...
He was cut off as two clubs moving in unison stuck the back of his and Cinder's head with a dull thud. Cinder was out cold before she even hit the ground, but Spyro got a good look and it appeared that their attackers were big burly apes, and it just seemed like one was vaguely familiar.
Whoa, man. Hey, there's no need to be racist.
No, they were
Call them big
already
burly
racist.
apes.
The apes are like, man, at least you consider the cheetahs people.
Yeah.
We're gonna get
Two clubs stuck.
Yeah, the two clubs.
Well, you
stuck
got two of
the
clubs,
back.
and
Yeah.
it's stuck in the...
Yeah, stuck
like
in the
they
back
threw
of
him
his
like
head.
a knife,
Yeah,
and it just
just-
stuck in the back of his head.
Well, yeah,
Lodged
no,
into his
it's like
brain matter.
it's like in the raid too when he with the baseball bat, and he just smashed it right into their heads.
It
Well,
just
no, it's a
seemed
two
like
of
one
clubs.
was
It's a
vaguely
card.
Familiar.
He threw it like a knife, and it's stuck in the back of their head,
Nice.
like the Joker.
Okay, I know you all were expecting a little more, but hey, this idea came to me and I went with it and got one more idea for next chapter, so till next time, see you.
I was definitely not expecting more.
Yeah, till next time indeed. I think that's good for right now.
Yeah, I think that's good for this video.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's The Legend of Spyro, The Darkness Reborn, or Return.
And
Yeah.
we'll cover the rest of it another time.
So till next time, see you.
Try not to be
Yeah,
racist
like
to
the
cheetahs.
sausage.
Try not to be
racist to
racist.
cheat him.
Keep them in your
Shit,
hearts.
Lord.
Dun, 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 dun.